Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about something truly extraordinary, something that might just change the way you look at your spare change. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically the 1 cent coin from 2013. Yes, you heard that right, the 2013 D penny. This coin might look like just another penny, but it has a shocking value that could blow your mind. It's worth a massive $11.6 million. Let's explore why this seemingly ordinary coin is anything but. First, let's establish the basics. A 2013 D penny is a 1 cent coin minted in the United States in 2013. The D mint mark indicates that this particular penny was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's most important facilities. Now, pennies are one of the most common coins in circulation, and a 2013 D penny is no different from millions of other pennies you might find lying around. On its face, it bears the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has graced U.S. pennies since 1909. On the reverse side, you'll see the famous shield design, which has been in place since 2010. Now, you may be thinking, so what's so special about a 2013 D penny? Well, this is where the story gets interest in the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. Certain coins become rare and valuable due to errors in the minting process. And the 2013 D penny is no exception. But it's not just any penny. We're talking about a mint error penny. These are pennies that are accidentally misstruck or produced with anomalies that make them unique and highly valuable. The 2013 D penny that's worth $11.6 million is not your average coin. It's a coin with a rare and unique minting error that could make it one of the most valuable pennies in existence. The error that caused this penny to skyrocket in value is a double die obverse. This is a rare and fascinating mistake that happens when the die used to strike the design onto the coin is misaligned during the minting process. This results in a coin that has multiple impressions of the design on the obverse side, the side with Abraham Lincoln, creating a doubling effect that is visible to the naked eye. So, what does double die mean, and why is it so important? In simple terms, a double die coin occurs when a coin's design is stamped multiple times, causing the image to appear doubled. This could be a slight overlap or a more significant shift, but it creates a distinctive look that collectors are on the lookout for. This kind of error is incredibly rare and can dramatically increase the value of the coin. Double die errors happen when a coin die, the metal stamp used to imprint the coin's design, strikes the blank coin more than once, or is misaligned in some way during the minting process. The result is a coin with a blurry, double design, one that's clearly different from the standard issue. Now, you might be wondering, how was this penny discovered? Well, collectors and coin enthusiasts have an eye for spotting these kinds of errors. Some of them are obvious, and some are more subtle, requiring a trained eye and a bit of expertise. In the case of the 2013 D penny with the double die error, it took some serious numismatic sleuthing. A sharp-eyed collector noticed that the 2013 D penny had noticeable doubling in Abraham Lincoln's face and other parts of the design on the obverse. This is how the coin gained attention. The discovery was made after many pennies had already been released into circulation, meaning this error was not widely known at first. The coin was eventually sent to an expert, and after a detailed examination, it was confirmed to be one of the rarest double die coins ever found. And that's when the price tag for this penny went through the roof. What seemed like a simple penny turned out to be worth millions of dollars. So, how did this penny come to be worth $11.6 million? Well, as we mentioned earlier, the value of coins in the numismatic world can be skyrocketed due to rare minting errors. In the case of this particular 2013 D penny, the double die error is not only rare, but it's also highly desirable among collectors. These coins are often referred to as Holy Grail Coins because of their extreme rarity and potential value. The price of $11.6 million might seem unbelievable, but it's not out of the question in the world of rare coins. When collectors and investors recognize that a coin like this is a once-in-a-lifetime find, the price can easily escalate. The auction market for rare coins is highly competitive, and collectors often bid top dollar for a piece of history like this. To put it into perspective, other rare coins with errors have sold for astronomical amounts, such as the 1943 copper penny, which sold for over $1 million in recent years. The 2013 D penny, with its double die error, could fetch even more due to its uniqueness. Now, you might be thinking, could I have a 2013 D penny with a double die error in my pocket right now? It's possible, but not likely. Mint errors like this are incredibly rare, and the chances of you finding one are very slim. However, this doesn't mean you should ignore your spare change. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes a coin that looks ordinary could be worth a lot more than you think. So, always keep an eye out for potential errors, and who knows, you could have a hidden gem on your hands. If you're wondering how to identify a double die penny, there are a few things to look for. First, inspect the details on the obverse front of the coin. The doubling effect will be most noticeable on the design elements, such as the date, Liberty, and Lincoln's image. In the case of the 2013 D penny, you'll see doubling in the letters and parts of Lincoln's face. It might look like the design is blurry or ghosted in some areas. A magnifying glass or loupe can help you get a closer look. If you think you've found a coin with a double die error, it's a good idea to have it examined by a professional. So, there you have it. The 2013 D penny, which may have once seemed like just another coin, is now a rare and valuable piece of history worth $11.6 million due to its double die minting error. While finding one of these pennies in your pocket change is highly unlikely, it serves as a great reminder of how the world of coin collecting can be full of surprises. If you enjoy learning about rare and unique coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow numismatics enthusiasts. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting! If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, mint errors, and all things numismatic, make sure to check out our other videos on the channel. See you soon! Next, you might think that a 1-cent coin is nothing special, right? After all, it's just a small piece of change you probably toss into a jar or pocket without giving it a second thought. But what if I told you that one specific 1995 1-cent coin could be worth a mind-blowing $12 million? That's right, $12 million. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story behind this rare coin and why it's considered a collector's dream. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's see why this little penny is worth so much. First, let's start with the basics. A 1995 1-cent coin, also known as a penny, is a piece of U.S. currency minted in the year 1995. The 1-cent coin, with its copper color and iconic design, has been in circulation since 1793. The coin features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that was first introduced in 1909 by the U.S. Mint to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the design that has been in place since 2010, a shield with 13 vertical stripes and a banner inscribed with E Pluribus Unum. The 1995 1-cent coin was no different from most other pennies at first glance, until it was discovered that a particular batch of these coins had a serious error. This error would turn the 1995 penny into a coin worth far beyond its face value. You may be wondering, what makes this particular 1995 penny worth $12 million? Well, the answer lies in an incredibly rare minting error, something that makes a coin much more valuable than you'd expect. The 1995 penny in question was struck with a double die error, a mistake that occurs when the die used to imprint the coin's design is misaligned during the minting process. This results in a coin that has double or even triple impressions of the design, making it unique and highly sought after by collectors. In the case of the 1995 penny, this error was not just any double die, it was a double die obverse. The double die error is visible on the obverse side of the coin, where Abraham Lincoln's image appears distorted with a noticeable doubling effect in the date, the word Liberty, and even part of Lincoln's profile. This is a very rare and valuable error because it wasn't common to see this type of misalignment on a coin produced in large quantities like the penny. Before we go any further, let's take a moment to explain what a double die error is and why it's so important in the world of numismatics, coin collecting. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck multiple times, or the die used to create the coin is slightly misaligned during the minting process. This results in a design that appears doubled or ghosted. In most cases, it's not obvious to the naked eye, but in rare instances, it can be noticeable enough that collectors and numismatists will pay a premium for it. Double die errors are one of the most coveted mistakes in the world of coin collecting, and this particular 1995 penny, due to its high visibility and dramatic doubling effect, is one of the most famous examples of this type of error. The doubling is so clear that even amateur collectors can spot it, making it a prime target for anyone hunting for rare coins. The discovery of the 1995 double die penny was quite the thrill for coin collectors. Like many great numismatic discoveries, it wasn't immediately apparent that this penny was anything extraordinary. In fact, it took some sharp-eyed collectors to spot the error and recognize its significance. The error itself was noticed after a series of 1995 pennies were examined under magnification, and the doubling was clearly visible on the word Liberty, the date 1995, and Lincoln's face. Once the discovery was made, the news quickly spread within the coin collecting community. This isn't the kind of mistake you see every day, so it instantly attracted attention from collectors, investors, and numismatic enthusiasts. And when it comes to rare errors like this, the value of a coin can skyrocket. So, why is this particular 1995 penny worth $12 million? Well, it comes down to several factors that make this error incredibly rare and valuable. First, the double die error on the 1995 penny is highly visible and dramatic. The doubling effect is easily detectable, which makes it more valuable to collectors who seek these kinds of errors. Secondly, only a handful of 1995 pennies with this particular error are believed to have been minted. The rarity of the coin is one of the biggest factors driving its price to astronomical heights. The 1995 penny with the double die error is considered one of the most significant error coins in recent memory, and that rarity factor plays a huge role in its price. Rare coins are often valued based on how many examples are known to exist, and in this case, it's believed that only a small number of these pennies with the double die error were produced, making it an extremely sought-after item among collectors. Finally, as with any rare collectible, the 1995 double die penny benefits from a competitive market. Collectors know that finding a coin like this is almost impossible, so when one does come up for auction, they're willing to bid high to add it to their collection. This intense demand can drive the price up, as we've seen with other rare and unique coins in history. You might be wondering, could I have one of these valuable 1995 double die pennies in my pocket right now? Well, unfortunately, the odds aren't in your favor. These types of errors are incredibly rare, and the chances of finding one in circulation are slim. However, don't give up hope completely. There are still plenty of other rare coins out there waiting to be discovered, and coin collectors are always on the lookout for hidden gems. If you want to keep an eye out for potential valuable coins, it's a good idea to examine the pennies you come across closely. Look for any unusual doubling or abnormalities in the design. If you find a coin that seems off, it might be worth getting it checked out by a professional numismatist. So, how can you spot a 1995 double die penny? The key places to look are the date, 1995, and the word Liberty on the obverse of the coin. You'll notice a clear doubling in the letters, and in some cases, you might even see a slight doubling in Lincoln's profile. To get a closer look, it's best to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. If you spot these distinctive features, it could be the rare double die error you're looking for. So, there you have it, the incredible story behind the 1995 1-cent coin, worth a shocking $12 million due to its rare double die error. While finding one of these pennies in your pocket change is incredibly unlikely, it serves as a reminder that sometimes even the smallest and most ordinary things can hide extraordinary value. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their fascinating history, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow coin collectors. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting for rare coins. If you're passionate about rare coins or just love learning about interesting historical items, be sure to check out our other videos on the channel. Who knows, your next great discovery might just be a click away. Last, today, we've got something absolutely mind-blowing to talk about. A coin that you probably thought was just another penny, but it actually has a value of $8 million. That's right, a 1998 1-cent coin, a penny that, at first glance, seems like no big deal, is actually worth a small fortune. Now, we know most pennies are worth just 1 cent, but what makes this 1998 penny so special? How did it become so valuable? Well, stick around, because we're diving into the fascinating story behind this rare find, and by the end of the video, you might just start looking at your spare change a little differently. Let's begin by laying the groundwork. The 1998 1-cent coin is just your typical penny minted by the United States Mint in 1998. It features the well-known image of President Abraham Lincoln, which has appeared on pennies since 1909. The reverse side of the coin, since 2010, features a shield design with 13 vertical stripes symbolizing the original 13 colonies, and a banner with the phrase, E pluribus unum. This design hasn't changed much over the years, so on the surface, the 1998 penny looks pretty standard. However, in the world of numismatics, coin collecting, even the smallest details can turn a regular coin into a rare and highly valuable one. And in the case of the 1998 penny, a mint error transformed it into one of the most sought-after coins in the world. You might be asking, how did a 1998 penny go from being worth 1 cent to being worth $8 million? Well, the secret lies in a rare minting error that occurred during the production of a small batch of 1998 pennies. These errors are not something you come across every day, and that's what makes them so valuable. In the case of this 1998 penny, the error was related to a misalignment during the minting process, creating a double die obverse error. For those of you unfamiliar with minting errors, a double die error happens when the die, the metal stamp used to imprint the design onto the coin, strikes the coin multiple times or is slightly misaligned during the process. This results in a coin that has a doubled image, and in the case of the 1998 penny, that doubling was clear and visible to the naked eye. The doubling appeared on Lincoln's face, the date, 1998, and even the word, Liberty. It was a significant error that immediately caught the attention of collectors. A coin like this, with its distinctive and visible doubling, is incredibly rare. Most people would never even know what to look for, but to the trained eye of a numismatist, a coin expert, this penny was a hidden treasure. And once collectors got wind of the discovery, the price skyrocketed. So, what exactly makes the 1998 1-cent coin worth $8 million? There are a few key factors that contribute to its immense value. Rarity of the minting error. First and foremost, the rarity of the double die error is what makes this penny so valuable. Mint errors like this don't happen often, especially on coins that were produced in large quantities, like the penny. The chances of finding a 1998 penny with a significant double die error are extremely slim, which is why this coin became such a sought-after collector's item. Only a few of these coins are believed to exist, making them rare and in high demand. High demand among collectors. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for rare and unique specimens to add to their collections, and when a coin like this is discovered, the demand is enormous. The 1998 double die penny became an object of intense bidding at auctions, with collectors willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on such a rare piece. This kind of bidding war can push the price of a coin to astronomical levels, and that's exactly what happened here. Historic value. On top of being a rare error, the 1998 penny also holds historical significance. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for over a century, and this particular coin dates back to a pivotal time in U.S. history. Coins like this not only represent monetary value, but also a slice of American heritage. For some collectors, owning a piece of history like this makes the coin even more valuable. The appeal of coin errors. Coin errors, especially double die errors, are highly prized in the numismatic world. The more obvious the error, the more valuable the coin. A slight misprint or minor mistake might go unnoticed, but a doubling error like this is easily identifiable and adds to the coin's allure. The clear doubling on Lincoln's face and other parts of the design makes this coin incredibly desirable to anyone serious about collecting rare coins. Now that you know why this penny is worth $8 million, you might be wondering, how can I spot a 1998 penny with a double die error? Well, if you happen to come across one of these coins, here's what to look for. Doubling on the date, 1998. The first thing you'll notice is that the date, 1998, will appear doubled. The numbers will have a blurry or ghost-like effect, with two distinct impressions of the digits. Doubling on Liberty. The word Liberty will also show signs of doubling, with each letter appearing as if it has been struck more than once, creating a doubled effect. Doubling on Lincoln's image. If you carefully examine Abraham Lincoln's profile, you might see some doubling, particularly on the details of his face. The doubling here is usually more subtle but still noticeable when magnified. To get a better look at these details, you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. If you think you've found a 1998 penny with a double die error, it might be worth taking it to a coin expert or numismatist for a professional evaluation. The big question on your mind is probably, could I have one of these rare 1998 double die pennies in my pocket right now? The short answer is, it's possible, but it's very unlikely. Mint errors are extremely rare, and the chances of finding one in circulation are slim. However, if you're serious about coin collecting or just curious about finding valuable coins, it's definitely worth examining your spare change closely. Sometimes, coins that seem ordinary can turn out to be worth a lot more than their face value. If you find a 1998 penny with a double die error, it's important to act quickly. The value of these coins can change depending on the market, but in general, they're worth a lot more than just 1 cent. If you suspect you found something special, it's a good idea to have it appraised by a professional before selling it. If you're a coin enthusiast, you'll want to keep an eye out for other rare minting errors that could be hiding in your collection or in your pocket change. Some of the most sought-after coins include double die pennies. Other years besides the 1998 penny, other years like 1955 and 1972 also have double die errors that are highly valuable. Off-center coins. These coins are struck off-center, resulting in a design that's not aligned properly on the coin. Clipped coins. These coins were struck with a die that didn't cover the entire blank planchet, leaving a clipped edge. There are many different types of mint errors, and each one can make a coin incredibly valuable. There you have it, the story behind the incredible 1998 1-cent coin that's worth a staggering $8 million due to its rare double die error. While finding a coin like this in your pocket change is extremely unlikely, it's a reminder that sometimes what seems like a simple penny could actually hold a huge amount of value. So, the next time you're checking your spare change, keep your eyes peeled. You never know what treasure might be hiding in your wallet. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their fascinating history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting for those rare treasures. For more incredible stories about rare coins and other collectible items, make sure to check out our other videos. Who knows, your next big find could be just around the corner.